You were 7 years old, the first Olympic gold medal in '96. Do
Yes.
you remember anything about that? Were you playing soccer at the time? Were you even watching the
barely.
Olympics?
Summer Olympics was always the Olympics that I watched with my family. Like, we got together and watched every day. Like, it didn't matter morning or night. There was always events going on. So I don't remember soccer specifically, but the Olympics was always something that I dreamt of.
One of the things I know you've really tried to do is impact young girls. And girls like to leave sports in the teen years, in the early years. That's something that you focused on because you actually had some experience in that regard, right, when you were younger?
Yeah, definitely. When I was like 13 years old, I started playing club soccer. And the very first youth club coach that I was with on their team, he said I wasn't good enough to play for the team and that he'll keep me as a practice player, but I'm not going to be good enough for their team or for that level of play. And for a 13-year-old, that's pretty defeating. And so for me, I just know going through what I went through, but how passionate and competitive and confident myself that I was. I know that some girls aren't as confident in themselves. So especially at a time of being 12, 13, 14 years old, when you're going into high school and dealing with so many different things, being pulled in different directions. So that's why I do have the children's books out. I want to show girls that they should be able to continue playing sports if they want to. They should be able to follow their heart, and no one should tell them otherwise.
Part of, to you, what it means to be an American as you go into the Olympics and represent the United States, to have the equal opportunity as men?
Yeah, that's important. Definitely. I feel like for me to be able to represent my country in soccer, knowing that women's soccer isn't culturally accepted in a lot of countries around the world, is great to be able to show people that we're freaking badass women, and we want to show that on the field.
London was your coming out party,
Yeah.
really, if you want to look at it that way, right? 3 goals, 4 assists. I mean, looking back on it, why do you think you were able to be so successful on that huge stage?
I think 2012 was like the first year that I starting with the team in that starting lineup, and I felt like it was a long time coming, and I was really pushing for it. So I felt like I really wanted to prove myself, and everything just came together. I felt like I had so much support from my teammates, and I felt like I had a great partnership up top with Abby. So it was a great tournament for not only myself, but the entire team. I feel like we played really good soccer.
What's it going to be like being without Abby now?
I've had a little bit of time now to play with some of the younger players like Kristen Press and Mallory Pugh and Crystal Dunn, and I mean, those players are stepping up big time. So I'm really excited to see what they have to offer in a big tournament and how they step up in their own light and how they shine. But I'll always miss Abby. I mean, she was always like my biggest supporter, and she was so inspiring to me.
What did you learn from her?
I learned a lot from her. I mean, I learned to trust my instinct and go with my gut, to believe in myself. And I learned that it's so important to be selfless on a team sport, and just know that, wanting to put the team first in turn, that eventually that comes around. That's good karma. And I feel like for Abby, she was always complimenting her teammates. She was always putting in team first and saying she's nothing without her teammates. And it's so true, especially in the sport of soccer. And as I play more and more with this team, I learn just how much time we spend together and how much we really need to get to know each other on and off the field, because that really does translate on the field. And I think she was someone that passed that down.